this funny thing with growing up or growing older. You may spread your wings, you may get wiser, may get bolder. And I may wash my hands of everyone I've ever been, but they live inside me still, my inner rings. And they carry all the marks of every time we've borne a star from everyone who's ever tried to cut us down. But the folks with tender hearts taught us how to care for ours, and because of them, I grow taller now. Yes, I am growing, I am growing, I am growing, I am growing, I am growing even taller than the redwoods. I'm a growing, I'm still growing, I'm a growing, I am growing taller than the redwood trees. Life's a series of transitions, but they're only one, it's so if you don't fuck with their traditions, don't eschew their plan for you to keep you under their boot as shadows of a ruling class ambition. But as wild things amongst each other whisper that change is coming, sure and unavoidable as any final hour, the potential's always latent, but we don't have to be patient if we organize to topple their great tower. And we are going, we are going, we are going, we are going, we are going even taller than the redwoods. We're a growing, we're still growing, we're still growing, we're a growing, we are growing taller than the redwood trees. It's the beautiful idea that on a free abundant earth, money won't decide what anyone is worth. Every crown will turn to dust, every prison bar will bust, and the lowly will rise up to grow and grow. And it's images of you and me, freer than a wild breeze, blowing through the redwood trees. Billions of wild things we don't have to imagine. Yes, we'll work to make it happen. A liberation vile to be known. And we are growing, we are growing, we are all together growing. We are growing even taller than the redwoods. We are growing, yes we're growing, we're still growing, we're growing. We are growing taller than the redwood tree. Well, I was once a skinny thing, but I yearned to be let in to a world that was softer than that of skinny folks and men. I wanted breasts of my own and hair that reached the floor, and though estrogen works wonders, I still wanted more. Well, that was when I saw her, an exquisite kind of doll, generous around the middle, almost as wide as she was tall. I knew that I was awestruck, I knew I had a crush, but the gender envy that I felt was just as big a rush. I want her, wanna be her, every time I see her, that transgender punk rocker, motion at the show. She's queen of the venue, I hope I'm on her menu. The Venus of the DIY, I wanna get to know. Now this girl knows the secret to getting the most from HRT.
She'll tell ya.
You want an ass and tits, babe? Well, girl, you gotta eat. Taste every wonder you've been tonight, trying to stay small. And know that dykes love a big soft gut, 'cause you're gonna win 'em all. Now an idiot might tell you, you've gotta be a twig for some pillowy abundance. They'll call you a pig. They don't deserve an ounce, babe, of your resplendent porcine grace. So strut your fat ass up on stage She's queen of the venue. I hope I'm on her menu, baby. The Venus of the DIY. I want her one more time. I want her, wanna be her. Every time I see her, that bad transgender punk rock girl motion at the show. She's queen of the venue. I hope I'm on her menu. The Venus of the DIY. I wanna get to know. You may have never heard of me, though I know your name so closely. I'll give myself another, so you can't refuse to know me. I'm living in the undiscovered corners of your mind, or maybe you're living here in mine. I think that I'm what happens when you pull every alarm. You're free to voice objections when you're the one in charge. But you were gonna do something very, very dumb. So instead I'm gonna run, gonna run, gonna run. However I can, God damn it, I'm keeping you alive. It's been a while since you last let me take the stage. I'd let you have an earful, but I can't keep all that rage. I take a new name, something feminine and sweet, then I pretend to be you and just take in the scene. And then I drive you to the hospital, blaring up the wolves. We're gonna be fucked if this ever grows old. I've got just another hour or two at the most, but I'll party when you come home, come home, come home. However I can, God damn it, I'm keeping you alive. And I show myself again. You don't hold me back, I write my story with your pen. I kiss with your lips, speak my name with your tongue, and I make sure that I'm never, ever going back down. There's a woman in our bed, you've been with her for a year, and though she doesn't know me, she shows me no fear. In her freckled arm she holds me, and I'm finally found. She says, please stick around, stick around, stick around. Now you sins, poison in our heads, condemnations uttered and then cast under the bed. But I'm gunning for a legacy as your biggest regret. I hope we made the more than universe, wish we never met. Now I can't think of a single other way I'd rather spend these apocalyptic days than moving all my shit out in 110 degrees. I love it when the air's too hot to breathe. The heat, it's been a rising, we've been heading for the worst. Awful thoughts are picking at my brain like carrion birds. We weren't made for each other, we were made to hurt and hurt. Let's go down swinging, baby, I want every final word. All at once it boils over on a sweltering night in June. I won't sleep a lick, just waking nightmares about you. It's one hell of a pride month, thanks to drama, better too. So now it all goes tits up, you're my tower, I'm the pool. Guess I'll start walking off the pain. It's what I've earned for daring to know more than just your name. There was no curse or nothing more fault than any fate, but there had to be last time that you'd ever see my face. Now I can't think of a single other way I'd rather spend these apocalyptic days than moving all my shit out in 110 degrees. I love it when the air's too hot to breathe. Your warmth is all I need. Intertwined new lovers in your bed. Music playing out in the street. Bite marks blooming on our necks. God, I'm so scared, but the way that you kiss me quells every doubt residing in my chest. And as the midnight bar rolls in, we talk about what's next. I'm timid and more vulnerable than I have ever been before, a burden of accumulated fears. But I guess that's what you get when you're fragile in the head and you've been through a rough couple years. I could devour every inch of you all day. I'll call you beautiful, soft freckled skin and sweet tattoos were grinning ear to ear. You knew what this was building to, the question that I'd ask of you, a mess of anxious sweat and joyful tears. And you say, melt into each other's arms tonight. Grab the ashtray from the cluttered coffee table. Give another joint to light. I'll kiss the constellations on your shoulder. Sink my teeth into the warm and willing flood. Leave behind the pretty little bruises. Do it time and time, night upon night again. I'm gonna be up panicking all night, a roiling, boiling panic through the night. You can try to keep me safe, together we can wait. But this time I'm gonna panic till I die. Feel them crawling in my skin. The little friends are crawling in my skin. I hope they feel at home more than I do when I'm alone, in the spaces that they've made beneath my skin. I see people in the corner of my eye, so I don't think that I should sleep tonight. I know they're gonna eat me flesh and bone, consumed completely. The cannibals in the corner of my eye. I'm gonna be up panicking all night, a roiling, boiling panic through the night. You can try to keep me safe, together we can wait. But this time I'm gonna panic till I die. I fear that I might always be this way. I think that I'm just manufactured strange, 'cause this panic, it won't ever go away. Go away, go away. I think if I stop pacing I might die. Got bloody heels, but if I stop I'll die. The blisters, they proliferate, but I will not deliberate. I'll just keep on pacing till I die. I'll scrape the dirt for any form of hope, 'cause I can't use it when you throw a rope. A wick to burn, a noose to bind, the candle's light just leaves me blind. So in the dark and dirt I'll find my hope. I'm gonna be up panicking all night, a roiling, boiling panic through the night. You can try to keep me safe, together we can wait. But this time I'm gonna panic till I die. I'm gonna be up panicking all night, a roiling, boiling panic through the night. You can try to keep me safe, together we can wait. But this time I'm gonna panic till I die. Let's ride it out for just a bit more time. We'll weather the storm and I'll be fine. I'd like to hold your hand, it's our only solid plan, to wait it out until the end of time, or at least until this panic cares to die. Honey in the coffee 'cause I'm feeling blue. You take a spoonful, I'll take two. Honey in the coffee, sugar in the tea. You take a spoonful, I'll take three. Honey in the coffee, I'll take a little more. You take a spoonful, I'll take four. Honey in the coffee till I feel alive. You take a spoonful, I'll take five. Honey in the coffee, stir and mix. You take a spoonful, I'll take six. Honey in the coffee, drink of the heavens. You'll take a spoonful, I'll take seven. Honey in the coffee, tea and such. You took a spoonful, I took too much. I cannot say what I see in my dreams. You're too afraid of what it would mean. There are times when my heart shines brighter than day, but you love a boy, so I'll lock it away. I'm keeping quiet, 'cause that's what you need. Lock me in the closet, you have the key. I've seen the sun, but it's just too bright. I'm a dead girl, don't wish me good night. I am not coming up, but I swear it's okay. I know what I said, but I take it back. I'll learn how to rot in the body I have. I'm not a girl, please don't be mad. I'm perfectly fine as a boy. I'm not okay. So many solemn miles through the gray. It's still all too warm for such a dreary autumn day. I think I'll ditch my plan to disappear without a trace, 'cause all too many memories are branded with my face. So if you knew where I was headed with this page, forging through a chapter I hope not to throw away, well, you'd know more than me about where all of this will go. The clouds refuse to fall here in New Mexico. Smoke left between lips, shotgun salvation, pills under tongues, so sweet and blue. I'll be looking right into your eyes when I tell you we're all dandelion bristles in the wind. These days I see premonitions of devotion and of doom. Either way it seems that you might hold my hand all the way through, or shake with fear when each new presage tells me its wretched name. But when you pull me closer, your touch sends them all away. The brackish water of the San Lorenzo lies beneath us. The placid river sings to call us forth the midnight fog, and for once blessed to be thoughtless, I close the gap between us, and in your kiss I start to find things lost but never gone. It is beautiful, some say it's true. It's the only thing I could have ever chose to do. Now I'll be looking right into your eyes when I tell you we're all dandelions growing through the pavement. Yesterday I got my paws removed, the left and right testes vast deference too. I got stitches on my scrotum and a cone on my neck, and a bunch of opiates so I don't feel like death. My testosterone levels are dead in the ground. Just how I wanna know where to be found. They say if you really try you'll get that trans girl pregnant. Guess I'll never find out. Oh, here in Orchi County we're all singing this song, and the boys in the basement won't be boys for long. They'll be happier taking that estradiol, 'cause here in Orchi County it doesn't take balls. Now how'd I ever end up in a place so queer, where the dolls run the show and they don't live in fear? Well, there was once a time when I was just like you, a sad, sad man in need of a cure for my blues. So some fine girls took me on a forced vacation, said here in Orchi County was a destination. They were sick of me denying what everyone knew, and though I didn't know it, this is what I had to do. Before I could object, I was put in a skirt, and what they would inject in me, it started to work. soon I couldn't reject that feeling inside that making me a girl made me feel alive. Now here in Orchi County we're all singing this song, and the boys in the basement won't be boys for long. They'll be happier taking that extra day off. This here in Orchi County it doesn't take balls. Pretty soon I knew that Orchi County was my home, so I said let's do it like the gala down in ancient Rome. And as of yesterday my testicles have been set free, and we can celebrate together if you'll join me.